Coach, before we go any further, can we give a quick update on Ethan? How he's doing?
Yeah, I don't know. His pain level wasn't awful after the game, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's okay. So we really don't know exactly what it is yet, don't know how long he's going to be out. Hopefully we'll know a lot more tomorrow, but I would say that he's probably, very iffy for Friday. And beyond that, I don't know.
Did you see the play? Was it a knee
I did,
or
I
ankle?
kind of did, but I didn't really see exact. I saw him go down, but I didn't really exactly see what happened. But it did look a little, didn't look smooth, didn't look great, and he was obviously in quite a bit of pain. He's pretty tough physically and by nature, but still, it always comes down to the severity of the injury. So just hoping, but I don't know much more than that.
More of a knee or a foot? Or?
No, it's ankle or calf,
Okay.
or it's not lower ankle, but it's in his leg down there somewhere. And it's a little odd, a little strange, honestly. But you don't really see that often, and I'm not exactly sure what happened. He wasn't exactly sure what happened either.
You always tell us that there's more to your analysis of the game than what's on the stat sheet, but you win by 32. You got 2 guys with double doubles, 5 guys with double-digit rebounds. What were your overall thoughts about the way your team played tonight?
Well, I enjoyed watching our team play tonight more than any game so far this year. Just whatever category, whatever category you pick, I liked it. Whether it's defensive rebounding, offensive rebounding. One thing we've really been emphasizing, and it's partly we haven't emphasized it on purpose because we didn't know the outcome of Kendrick's waiver, nor Darius's waiver still. But now that we have him, and now you have William back, you have Isaiah J.C. coming soon. You actually have, for the first time in 4 years, you have a college basketball team. So you can play fast, you can run. So we finally, we have not been able to do that for years. Even the year we won 30 games, we couldn't play fast. We only had 7 guys, and that's a difficult way to win because you can never get people off your defensive boards because they don't have any price to pay because they know you're really not going to just bring it at them all the time. The one way to get people off your boards is to run, and we ran the best we've run all year. Because we've been emphasized, because now we know at least partially what our team is. We don't know Darius' situation yet, but the direction we're headed is, so I love the way we ran, the best we've run, the best we've shared the ball, those assists with those, shots. But sometimes just because you don't get a lot of assists doesn't mean you're playing selfishly. It just means that the defense is really, really good, and it was hard to make a play for somebody else. But we played fast enough tonight and unselfish enough to get a lot of assists on the baskets that we did score. I really liked it. We still have a long way to go, but if you're only just judging that game, I thought we played great, and I thought a lot of guys played great, and we need a lot of guys to play great. And what gets me most excited still, and I keep saying this, is I don't think we're, I just see so much more room for improvement. And that's exciting to me. I don't mean that in a negative way. It'd be bad if I thought we'd about tapped out. I don't think we're close. I do think we're growing as a team in the sense of playing for each other, which I know maybe sounds like, well, doesn't everybody do that? No, everybody doesn't do that in college basketball. I can promise you, it's really a sacrifice, and it's a bonding, and sometimes it takes place, and sometimes it takes place great, and sometimes it doesn't. I feel like we're coming together more and more, and they're getting, what I try to teach them is if you really want to have fun, there's no way to have fun playing basketball if you don't play it as a completely pure team game. And when everyone just gives into that, it becomes very fun. They had fun playing tonight. I don't see how you couldn't have fun playing, because open man basketball takes the shot, somebody rebounds, they're talking. That's when basketball is fun, and I want it to be fun for them. Obviously, we want to win, but I just think when they get that spirit, and finally I'm starting to see it. I hadn't seen it all year. I think I'm starting to see it now, and it gets contagious. And I think if we continue to grow on that, we can get better and better offensively. We got to continue to just be meaner and tougher defensively and rebounding, but I think we can. We've got some very good competitors.
You have stressed throughout the season the importance of rebounding with this team. You out-rebounded Hartford 46-26, and this is a Hartford team with 2 6'9", 2 6'10", and a 7'2" guy, and you hold them to 4 offensive rebounds. How big is that for you, your team?
You know, honestly, it's big. It looks great on the stat sheet, but Hartford is not, to me, when we watched them on rebounding, even though they do have the size, that's not, they're kind of finesse. Those bigs are finesse bigs. They're not a pound on you. We went to Vegas, and Vegas had one of the best offensive rebounders in America. He was terrific. And also, they knew they had to win the boards. I mean, the coach even told me beforehand, like, you guys, your offensive rebound's unbelievable. So they defensive rebounded crazy, they offensive rebound, and we lost the rebounds there, you know. That's what I'm concerned with. We've got to be able to take the best hit of a very athletic team on the boards moving forward. And we're not there yet. This looks great, feels great, but you know, we're going to be facing some people that's kind of what they're all about, is just going chasing rebounds. Hartford's really not. They run a lot of good offensive stuff, pretty tricky to guard. I was proud of the way our guys, we prepared hard for them. There's some of the stuff they do is really good. A lot of slips and slides and back doors and you know, misdirections with 3 guys involved. And not that easy, but our defense was fantastic the first half, and maybe let down a little bit. But it was a good night. It was a good night for us.
You've worked with him ever since the start of camp, but now you've got a couple of games with Kendrick Davis in your lineup. How is your team changing the most with him?
No, it's just, yeah, and this is what I felt like I was, we were sort of floating until we knew. We were just sort of floating on the water and waiting to know, well, is this the team we're going to be playing with, or is this the team we're going to play with? And obviously Darius McNeils is still in there, but Kendrick being a true point guard, that was even a bigger shift in the way we're going to play moving forward. He's a very, very fast point guard that distributes the ball. He's a pass first. He scores like crazy, but he wants to pass. You can see that in him. And because of that, not knowing if he's going to play or not, we didn't develop, hey, we're going to really run and we're going to push and we're going to, because that's really not the type of team I thought we would be without him. With him, I think we got to run, and I think our guys want to, and I think it can be really fun. I think we're going to have some exciting games if we continue to get better in that. I just think that's the kind of team we have, and we haven't had that for a long time, and I love it. I'm looking forward to it. But you can't do that if you can't defend, and you can't do that if you don't get defensive rebounds. So we can talk about the fun side of things, but the work side of things is got to get done better.
How does a performance like this roll over? How do you parlay it into what you're expecting on Friday?
Well, I told our guys, and they looked at me like, you know, to me this week was going to be one of the most stressful of the whole year for me, for a lot of reasons. You know, you think, well, we haven't, you know, we're not playing the Lakers, and so, you know, you got 2 games in 3 days. You got Thanksgiving. Everybody's running home. They're out of school. There's a lot of distractions right now. You only have 1 day prep. And Abilene Christian is a heck of a team. They won their league last year. They went to Vegas and played them really, really close. They just went to Texas State, who won at Vegas, and played them to the wire. They played a very good Drexel team. Abilene Christian is a very good basketball team without a great name. Just like so many other. Hofstra went to UCLA this year and won. Evansville went to Kentucky and won. Obviously, Stephen F. Austin just pulled off one. And that, you know, these things happen. This is college basketball, and forget the name of the team. There are some really good, tough, well-coached teams out there, and we're going to play one of them Friday. And we may or may not be playing with Ethan. And we've got to, in 1 day, get this one behind us and know that, hey, this was just one of our nights. I always tell our guys, hey, when everything's going pretty and you shoot great and all that, you win all those. But what happens in the games where all of a sudden the ball's bouncing funny and you can't get it in the hole and you miss your free throws and you're a little out of whack? Those are the ones like Evansville, where you pull out when nothing's going right offensively and you fight for the win. I just hope we're in that mindset. But I told him, if we're gonna win this week, it's gonna take a lot of maturity because, you know, human nature is to kind of get caught up in all the distractions, and can you bounce back 48 hours later and be in that exact mindset to play as we were tonight. So that's our challenge.
Tyson Jolly had 7 assists last game. Today he has a double-double. His ability to do so many things offensively for you, especially as you guys add more as the season goes on, how important is that, and to have a piece like
you know, don't you just love guys that are just multi-dimensional? They can just do a lot of things. So if you, like, what can Tyson do? Tyson can really rebound. He obviously can have a night where he gets a bunch of assists. He had 7. He can really drive the ball. He can post. He can get fouled. He can shoot a 3. And he can really guard, and he's a great athlete. That's a pretty darn good package to have. So on a given night, a guy like him can put himself in the game somewhere, whether it's scoring, or maybe tonight's not rebounding and scoring, maybe the next night's assists, maybe the next night he hits 3. But that, I love guys like that, and he's, and not only that, he's a great competitor. He'll fight to the end, and I love that about him.
We were talking about Kendrick Davis earlier, and it's easy to look at a stat sheet and see 16 points and 8 assists, no turnovers. But he's also, I think, the shortest guy on the floor out there, and there will be nights when he gives up a size advantage to the opposing point guard. What kind of defender is he?
He's great. He's great. My biggest complaint of Kendrick so far, of being coaching him, particularly when he wasn't yet eligible, is he disrupted practice so much by his defense. Honestly, he's the best on-ball defender we've had here since we've been here. He's one of the best on-ball defenders I've coached in all the years that I've coached. He is a tough defender, and he loves to defend, and he loves to compete, and he loves to fight. He's not a guy to mess with. He's not.